So I just reread the worst Black Adam story ever written, and the only thing I can say is this was just supposed to be done in an Elseworlds universe, a self-contained universe. Now, we all know the New 52 fucked up canon so bad, and when you try to make sense of the canon that the New 52 established and the canon that was previously established, it's never going to work. So one needs to be eliminated. But I don't know what it is with writers that they feel like they still have to keep the New 52 in canon for the Captain Marvel family, whereas the post-crisis timeline still happened and the New 52 still happened, and they conflict with each other. So it doesn't make sense. That was one of the faults of this series. Now, the thing was that Christopher Priest was picking and choosing what he wanted to and did not want to do. So, like, the whole thing with Adam killing his nephew is canon. Then that banishment from post-crisis is still canon. Well, not post-crisis, pre-crisis. Because the post-crisis Teth Adam was sealed. Pre-crisis Teth Adam was sent to the Father Star. So he didn't even take us to post-crisis. He took us to pre-crisis. So, you see, we have New 52 canon. Pre-crisis is canon. Then that whole thing, that World War III, where Black Adam killed over 2 million people in Bialia is still canon. So 3 whole timelines converging in this one story. What the fuck? Okay. Now you can see you can see that even the whole banishment thing and the sealing thing, they are conflicting with each other now. Not only did they do that, like, I know Black Adam is not as established as every other DC character, but the guy went and created a whole new supporting cast that doesn't even fit with the way like Adam feels as a character historically. Okay, now, here's my issue. So, the Butcher of Bialia thing, World War III happened. Why did World War III happen in the first place? Was it not because what do they call these guys? Those guys, the horsemen, the 4 horsemen of death. Is it not because they killed ISIS that Adam went to Bialia to find them and kill everybody there, then kill the government officials that released them? That was exactly what happened. Now, in this story, they don't even mention ISIS. They don't mention Shiruta. They don't mention Blaze. You know, Blaze manipulated Adam to become evil after Shiruta and his children died. They don't even mention Adam's children. Look, even in the thing, right, from what we learned is that Adam saved his nephew. Adam did not get married. Adam killed his nephew. Adam got sealed. So where the hell is his line? Where are his descendants coming from? They didn't tell us anything about Adam's siblings. Adam did not get married. Adam did not reproduce. Maybe, okay, Aman's parents, one of them is his sibling, right? Where were they? And Adam killed Aman. So where the fuck are his descendants coming from? Do you get me? Like, this story is just straight, like, this story is good if you don't know anything about Black Adam. That's what I would say. The story is good if you do not know anything about Black Adam. But once you know the history, once you know what the character is like, why he does the things he does, if you want to know more about Black Adam, be sure to check out this YouTube video where I go into his history, and I'm sure you will love it and see what kind of a guy he really is. Black Adam is not a villain. But then in this book, right, they portray Black Adam as a villain who is noticing that, yes, I'm a villain, I'm a terrible guy, and there's no redemption for me, so I'm going to die and pass on my legacy to my descendant. Where the fuck did this descendant come from? That's what I really want to know. Adam's family was snuffed out. You know? Okay, forget all of that now. So we see that they picked and choose now. They did not bring ISIS, they did not bring Shirta. Guess who they brought? A CIA femme fatale as Adam's love interest. Theo Adam, Teth Adam was shacking up with a CIA operative named Chuck. How? Theo Adam is known for not loving. Do you know the kind of work you have to do to be able to get into Theo's heart? That was why his relationship with Isis was so monumental that when she died, he murdered 2 million people in her name. How can you erase that part of Adam away? Even in in the Justice League run where Adam appeared in, Adam is even becoming good. Like, the reason he became good, the reason he joined the Justice League was to honor Isis, who he thinks is dead, but she's not dead because Felix Faust still has her. That is the perfect point. Because yes, they did try to like build more on that after 2007, but like the story was so shit, it was so stupid. They turned Adam to stone. Isis came back and she became the ruler of Kandak. Osiris was working for Deathstroke's Titans. Billy and Mary lost the power of Shazam. Freddy's power was come from a pantheon of magic versions of the Greek gods. Like, it was just shit. You could tell that they were just writing anything because the new 52 was around the corner. But now that the new 52 has come and gone, now that Rebirth is here, now that All In is here, now that Next Level is here, the perfect place to pick up a story for Black Adam is to help make him find Isis and let Bill Batson help him. And the funny thing is that when Isis was initially dying, she actually succumbed to Adam's his reasoning, right? So that means that Isis can go on to become a villain because like she felt like the world was so cruel to her because like they just killed her for no reason. Do you understand? Like, the story was so deep and intricate that like reducing it to something so little as, okay, Adam was a slave ruler who deceived himself. He now became a hero. Then he went to... He got banished. He went to space. He came back. He fell in love with a CIA operative, or they're just cracking on the side. Like, the whole thing is just complicated and it doesn't make sense if you really want to say that this is what happened in the DC universe. Do you understand? That was so out of character for Adam. What do you mean, a CIA agent? What? Okay, then they said when he got banished into space that he breathed in some kind of alien toxins that entered his mind, and they saw the history of the world. They now chose to fashion themselves after Mesopotamian gods. Oh, God. That story was just... Don't even get me started on that boat guy. That guy was so annoying and obnoxious. Who says biatch? What the fuck? You can tell this was 2023. You can tell this guy was going for that Miles Morales archetype. Like, I don't know, when people want to do young black heroes, must they become Miles Morales? Like, you know, people always complaining about the diaspora. We don't see enough black people. We don't see enough gay people. Why don't we see enough African people? Black Adam is literally from Africa. Why did his descendant have to be all the way in America? You could have gone to Sudan. You could have gone to Nigeria. You could have gone to South Africa, you know? Like, bro. But that's besides the point. The character is just outright annoying. And I'm so glad that nobody's picking this character up. This is not the legacy of Black Adam at all. At all. But the story, once you remove your mind that this is an established character that has done established things that conflict with what's showing in this story, the story is actually good. Yeah, if I'm to tell you to read this story, I'll say go in, but forget everything. Forget like 1/4 of what you know about Black Adam and just read the story and you might like it. But then again, it was really, really... Oh, God, it was really bad. I really liked it because of Rafa's art. Like, immediately I saw Theo's hair, I just recognized it from Absolute... I just recognized it from Absolute Superman because, like, the hair is the same, so yeah. So it was good to see Rafa's art on there, and that whole thing, I didn't like it. Honestly, seeing Black Adam on the Justice League, for me, I really liked it. But then that whole test they made him do, not that it was out of character for him, but disqualifying from the league. You know Black Adam is a killer. You should have known that from the very first time that you put him on the league. So like they egged him on, they made him angry so much so they were making Batman like pressure him, even going as far as to call his mother. Like, what did they expect? Why did they really think that he would not kill Batman? Like, even though that wasn't really Bruce, right? Like, he would have killed him. Then let's get to the fact of Theo's... You know what I was saying? Like, the guy was picking and choosing different things that happen in canon. Why? Okay, if Theo, Adam, if Teth got banished to the farthest star, if we're using that pre-crisis version of him, right? Then he came back to Earth. Number one question, how does he still have a mortal body? in canon, the only reason Black Adam can transform to and fro without dying is because his descendant. Oh, sorry, I don't even know how that one works. His reincarnation. That's what he is. Theo Adam, reincarnation of 10th Adam. His reincarnation found his tomb and reawakened him. So when he says Shazam, he can turn into Black Adam, even though Black Adam's mind is not always there. But now, when Black Adam says Shazam, when Black Adam takes control of the body and he says Shazam, he can turn back into a mortal. Why? Because his reincarnation's body is still there. But with this one, he got banished to the farthest star and came back to Earth. How does he have a mortal body? You see, and even though he has a mortal body, like, his mortal body, like, he's not capable of anything, which also conflicts with Batman urban legends. Now, I don't know whether that story in particular is canon, but even if it's not canon, it makes the most sense. I mean, Adam is a 4,000-year-old man, max, 4,000 years max, right? He would have known like stuff to do, whether he was a slave, whether he was a prince, it doesn't matter. He would have known how to fight and defend himself. Even if he was a slave, it would have made more sense, because like everything is against you, the wilderness, the king, the hunger. You would have known how to fight and all of that shit. Even in the story, right? It's so, I just hate when like the Shazam mythos, they just do stupid things. Okay, tell me how he has the magic of Shazam, right? And he has served under 22 pharaohs. Yet, when he transforms, he still like has his injury that he got when he was a slave on his leg. How? The magic literally has healing properties. The regeneration of Shazam is unmatched. Somebody that can flip his whole inside out in the second. Come on. What is this? Then the don't even game start on that back. That's another thing. Like, there really isn't a weakness for the Marvel family, right? And they've tried different things, but for me, the only two that really make sense is, one, when they take things like, when they take shards of the Rock of Eternity and use it as bullets. Now, that makes 101 complete sense, because the Rock of Eternity is the nexus of all magic in the universe, with a backdoor to every universe in the multiverse. That thing will be harboring some kind of ancient energies, and it is formed from one piece from hell, one piece from heaven. So it makes complete sense that a bullet made out of that rock would destroy anyone, including the Marvel family. Now, the second one that kind of makes sense, even though me personally, I don't agree with it, it was in one Teen Titans comic where Tim Drake Batman had a recording of Freddie Freeman saying Shazam, and he played it and the lightning came and struck him. That one makes some kind of sense, but I don't agree with it. For me, it's too easy of a cop-out. Like, so that if any Shazam character goes haywire, they'll say, okay, here's a recording of you saying Shazam, and just end him. It doesn't make sense. It's too easy. It's too dumb. But this bullet one makes sense, and it could be rare. It could be rare like how Kryptonite originally was, because not anybody can just go to the Rock of Eternity and just start collecting bullets. In the Ice Cream Man, in the Superman, the Kryptonite Spectrum, they said that Toyman and Dr. Sivana went to mine lights from the Rock of Eternity. What the fuck does that even mean? If you went to the Rock of Eternity, why didn't you just collect shards of the rock itself? How do you mine light? That brings me back to this run. Ibak's whip, if he hits Adam with it, it would transform him back to a mortal. How? He say he stole the lightning from, he's mining the light. How do you mine lightning? What's all this? What does this even mean? Even when Adam was fighting that projection of Batman, he said his suit, he's basically a Black Adam buster. His suit absorbed the lightning of... What are we talking about? Look, it's just point A and point B. When the champion says Shazam, the lightning goes straight to them and only them. The same thing with this summer of Supergirl. How did the lightning redirect itself to an android? How does that work? I really don't get it. People did, like, the rules of the Shazam mythos are so simple, but because they are so powerful and people always want them to be less than, they just create like it's not, even if you want an easy way out, you must not make it stupid. It's so stupid. The whip is mining the lightning. The suit is mining the lightning. They went to the Rock of Eternity to mine lights. What? The android just redirected the lightning. What? How does that work? I really can't believe some things I read sometimes. Oh my god, bruh. The thing is just not, it's not memorable. Like, I was just, I saw one suit design, like, the suit design actually kind of made sense. And like, look, I'm not an experienced writer, I'm an aspiring writer, so I will not shit on Christopher Priest's work. But in the context of the lore of DC and the better stories you have to pick and choose from, I just think this was horrible. But it's a good self-contained story. This could be an Elseworlds, right? But this could never be main canon. Never. That's why you don't see the boat guy, because he's unimportant. And then even at the end of this book, right, they separated Theo's human part and they separated Black Adam. They were two different people. But once DC All-In started, once DC All-In started, it doesn't even happen. This series is not even referenced. It's not talked about, nothing. It's almost like it didn't even exist. And that's the way it should be, honestly. You can tell, even like from the way the story was structured, right? You can tell that there was some kind of push, right? Like, you can tell that because Dwayne Johnson obviously had plans for Adam going into the DCU. You can tell this bold guy was supposed to be his own kind of Robin or something, you know? But, oh, man, all in all, I read this book like a 7 out of 10. Because if you read it without knowing this character, it will be good, I guess. But it does kind of get very... You really have to calm down to understand it. But then if you know Black Adam, and if you want to know more about him, don't forget to check this video. But if you know Black Adam, you know this story was absolute dog shit. I still, what is the part that still driving me crazy is that whole CIA femme fatale thing. Like, who the fuck is Chuck? And what do you mean Adam is cracking some kind of CIA operative? Adam, Theo, Teth Adam. Not Theo Adam, Teth Adam even. Teth Adam. Bro. I still can't wrap my head around that shit, man. I thought I ended the video, but then I just remember, like, the thing about that book too, like, you can tell they were taking like different aspects of different characters and slapping it on Adam. Like, they gave him his own butler, basically. That's literally what this guy is. He's Black Adam's own Alfred. They gave him his own, like, I want to say she's like Italia kind of character, you know? Then they gave him his own Robin. They gave him his own Flash ring. Why did Black Adam have... I didn't even understand, like, where that ring came from. He just had an nth metal ring that was connected. You know, it was when that whole dark multiverse thing, as much as it was a very good story, when you want to use it elsewhere, it's just something else. Like, that dark multiverse was something else. That was like a fever dream. Scott Snyder was really just writing Batman porn that time. Like, his brain was going crazy. But it was a crazy story. It was nice. But, like, yeah... Using it elsewhere is weird. So, like, the guy just had some kind of nth metal ring. He gave it to his successor. The same way, like, Barry has his Flash ring. Wally has a Flash ring. That kind of thing. Does Wally have a Flash ring? I forget. But anyway, like, yeah. That story was just... Man, I can't believe it. That story was something else. Even the way we're introduced to the character, like... I was rereading it and they just brought us to this Chuck and Adam was saying he misses her. Why? How do you miss? Who even is this? We don't even know we don't even know who the character is. The only character from that thing that I can see being brought back into canon is Adam having his own Alfred type character. Me personally, I don't think he needs it. After all, he has the wisdom of Zehuti or whoever. You know, even though, yes, he has the wisdom of Zehuti, he will need advisors, but a dedicated Alfred type character for him, I don't think is necessary at all. In my opinion, though. But yeah, that book was a solid 7. If you go in there with an open mind, maybe you will not like it, maybe you will, but man, bro, I don't know. I have a story in my mind. And what I've seen is that if you post your stories on the internet, right, you have intellectual copyrights. So even if you want DC, even if you tell DC, yo, I have this story, I want you to use my story, they will even agree, because they will say, okay, what if you come down? What if the story is successful and you come down like 2 years later and want to sue us? You know, that kind of thing. Like, I don't know how the hell I want to get into DC and tell my story, but we'll find a way, inshallah, bro. Even if I have to wait till I'm 40 fucking years old to do it, I will do that shit. Because I don't know what's wrong with all the writers, whether it's the writers that choose to keep the New 52 or it's editorial that wants to keep the Captain Marvel mythos in limbo. I don't understand how you would just like sit down and just genuinely wreck a character for absolutely no reason or to elevate others. But then again, at least like Billy is slightly popular, but he's not like he's not as disrespected as Wonder Woman. I think Wonder Woman is the most disrespected character in DC because of what not because of anything, but because of what she's actually supposed to be, what she represents as a woman and a female superhero and a member of the Trinity. There's really a duo in this trio. You understand me? Because, bro, I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I'm getting tired of Crypto. Like, he's not really that important to be popping up everywhere in all these movies, then getting his own show. And it's not because I don't like the dog. I loved that Crypto cartoon. I remember when I was younger, I used to watch it. I'm almost 20 now. You understand me? But then the way the dog just is, I'm not feeling it. I don't understand why he's everywhere all the time. Like, he's not needed. Give us something different. I beg you, DC. Oh, you guys, you are falling hand. Well, not as much as Marvel, but you are falling your hand.